Hello, my name is Yushima Cherry Burks. I'm an author, therapist, and CEO of Chatterbox Therapist. How do you know your partner loves you? Let's talk about it. One way to know that your partner loves you is the fact that they care about your feelings. I have some couples who struggle with empathy for their partner. And once again, I know y'all gonna get sick of me saying that for those of you who follow me. It can be an issue with resentments. I'm not going to go into it. I have several videos on resentment, right? But they lack empathy for their partner. One way that you know that your partner loves you and cares about your feelings is by the way that they interact with you when you need them, the way that they listen to you when you express your needs, and they're willing to make those changes to accommodate your needs. Another way to know that your partner loves you is that they are consistent. They are the same person in front of you in a room full of people that they know. They're the same in front of their family members. Everyone who knows them knows that they love you. They're consistent in the way that they treat you, in the way that they cherish you, in the way that they respect and love you, no matter who's around. And within that consistency, you're not walking on eggshells. You understand different moods occur. You understand someone being happy. They go through the normal range of emotions, right? But it's never extreme. And they tell the truth. You don't have to pull it out of them. The truth doesn't come after you've already discovered something. They just come out and tell the truth. And they're not hiding anything. There are no secrets. Now, there's a difference between privacy and secrecy. There's no secrecy, okay? It's okay to have your privacy. You may not feel like you owe anybody information about your bank statements, right? You may not feel that you need to share your phone login information or your email login information. Maybe you don't. Perhaps you don't. But even if you don't, there still wouldn't be any secrecy there, right? And they are not willing to risk your relationship for anything frivolous or selfish. They're not willing to put your relationship on the line. They respect your boundaries. Whatever your boundaries are, they're aware of them because hopefully you've had that conversation with them. Check out my video, What Is It That You Want? And boundaries. Okay, moving on. But they are fully aware of your boundaries and they respect them and they honor them. They don't try to push the envelope or find a way to manipulate you into letting up on your boundaries. They have no expectation of you breaking your boundaries for them or your deal breaker. They're not going to test the envelope because they respect you. And they fight fair. When you guys have an argument, it's not to say that you'll never have an argument because you will. But when you guys have an argument, that argument is by two individuals that respect, love, and honor each other. What I mean by they fight fair is that they don't bring up old and new, right? Because your old things have been resolved and they respect that this is something that you're dealing with in the here and now. Now, this doesn't go for someone that just has a hard time communicating because a lot of people just don't know how to communicate. And so they may bring up old and new. But if this is something that they use as a tactic to manipulate you and to control you or to make you feel bad consistently or even temporarily or ever, right? If this is something that they use in your relationship often, that's an issue. They're curious about you. They want to know, how is your day? What's going on at work? What is it that you want to do? How do you feel about this? Where would you like to go? What do you want to eat? What did you eat for lunch today? Did you eat lunch today? They are curious about your life. They are curious about you. They want to know what you're doing as well as how you're doing. Your partner shows you grace. Now, this doesn't mean that they allow you to run all over them or they run all over you, right? Your partner shows you grace and you show your partner grace. This doesn't mean that you're pushing boundaries. This doesn't mean that you run all over each other. What it means is that during the tough time, you have an emotional bank account that you can pull from when times get tough and times get hard. And you can remember the good times because there were more good times than bad times, right? And so if you're having a bad day or if you're having a bad week, your partner can say, this is out of character, right? This is out of character for my partner. So I accept them for who they are because I know that this is not the norm for them. They tell you that they love you. And not only do they tell you that they love you, but they show you. See, their words and their actions align with each other. So when they say, I love you, you mean the world to me. I would never hurt you. Their actions align with all of those statements. My dad used to say his goal was to outlove his wife. I thought that was so sweet, right? So you give unabashedly. You give because you love your partner and you want them to be happy, healthy, and whole. Or the reason why you won't feel depleted is because your partner is also pouring into you. So it's reciprocal. There's a balance in what you give and what you receive. And on days where you are in a deficit and you can't give what you would normally give, your partner steps in to the gap and fills that space for you. Remember that emotional bank account? This is when you cash that in. Also, this is important. They want you to be around people that love and honor you. Yeah, they don't have to monopolize your time. They want you to be around relatives and loved ones that care about you just as much as they care about you. So there's never an issue when you want to go on a vacation with your family, or if you just want to go visit your aunt, your mom, your dad, your brother, cousin, uncle. There's never an issue because when you're happy, they're happy. And last but not least, honey, this actually should have been first, but save the best for last. They pray for you. Listen, this may not be your cup of tea, but this is my list. I do want to hear your list, though. What else can you add to this one? And what is it that you have on your list? But as far as me and my household, they pray for you. They pray for your well-being. They want to see you well. They pray for you collectively and individually. They pray for your relationship. They pray for your strength. They pray for your forgiveness. They pray for you. And they stay prayed up. And they mean it. And it's sincere. Hopefully y'all pray together. But even if you don't, they pray for you. So that's huge. I don't know. That's just my list, y'all. Take what you need. Put back what you don't. I'm so interested in hearing what your list sounds like. How do you know your partner loves you? I want to know what your list looks